Yo, what's going on, guys? What a title. There might be a lot of new people here. So what's going on? That's real. That's real. I had that yesterday. We're going to hop right into it. So ketamine IV drip for me. If you don't want to watch this whole thing because it might be long, I'm not sure how long it's going to go. But if you just want to hear that it absolutely worked for me that day after the first one. I had my first one yesterday. Today is my day after. I feel fucking amazing. I feel like a whole new person after the first one. For real. So if that's what you just came here to see, nothing to be worried about. Do it. Like, for real. If that's what you're looking for, this is your sign. Do it, please. Now let's talk about just really quick history. I've had depression and anxiety since last November. And it's just been ruining my life and stuff. I've never had it before. I'm 23, so that was super new to me. I got talk therapy. I went to multiple psychiatrists, tried different medications like Lexapro, and I'm currently on Effexor. I would tell you the milligrams, but I don't think that really matters too much. I mean, I think you guys know if you're looking. I mean, a lot of people might just watch this because they might be like, "What? You say ketamine? All right, my homies take that shit. They just drip it. You're not snorting it. They just drip it right into this nice little bag. I'll explain the whole thing. But so none of the stuff was working. Like it would work a little bit, as you guys know. That's how that stuff works. You take it, your dick doesn't work for a little bit. At least mine fucking didn't. And then the shit kicks in after 2 to 4 weeks, and you're like, man, I feel a little better. Feel a little better today. Nice. I still hate life, but I feel good. So none of them were even close to this. I mean, what? SSRIs have like a 30% chance success rate or something like that. There's so many of them. That's the old way of doing it. I mean, if you're watching this, you might be curious, but this is the future. This is a breakthrough. This is going to end society and depression in society. I think in 10 years, it's going to be, this is even what my doctor said, the guy who did it for me. But I knew this was going to be the case. It's going to be the first line of defense. It's going to be the first thing we do. It's just really expensive right now and not covered by insurance. So mine is $500 per IV. And in the beginning, right now I'm getting 6. Yesterday I just got one, so I have to do 5 more. And then a booster in 4 to 6 weeks. And then I think maybe another one in 6 months, but that's it forever until you need it again. So $500 each time. What is that? 8 times 5, 4,000-ish? Let's just say 4,000-ish. Worth it. Worth it. If you can somehow, think about the time it's taking you. Think about the effort, the money you're paying a psychiatrist and therapist and these pills for. This, it works for real. I would, to me, I'd be like, if I knew about this, credit card that shit up, worth it. Life is worth however much it costs. And it's not even that, it's not like they're trying to make money. It's going to get cheaper over time. Did that just fall down like a limp dick? So let's go through the process of my first ketamine infusion. So you go in, you sit with the doctor, or you talk with the nurse, and my mom wanted to come in here. So I've never passed out from a needle before, but I was looking at it too long when she put it in, and she's like, "Does it hurt?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I feel really nauseous right now." And I kept, and a little blood came out. I got way too nauseous. I was like, "I think I'm gonna pass out," and I totally did. It was awesome. Yeah. My mom freaked out because she was super. She was super skeptical about the ketamine. Obviously, she's 60-something years old, and her son's gonna go take ketamine. Oh, okay, cool, man. But did it. She talked to the doctor. The dude's great, super nice, answered every question. I went to the one over in Arlington Heights. Takes about an hour, I think 40 minutes of drip or an hour. So they start you off. I mean, they just give you a couple pills for the possible nausea and blood pressure increase. And then they just give you it. You sit there. So they put a tiny little bit. They give you, it's based off of weight, and then they increase. So tomorrow I'm getting an increase, and the third time I get another increase, and that's it. The doctor will explain it. They say, I think 0.5. I just look it up. I should have said this in the beginning. I'm just gonna be talking from my experience. I don't know pure facts or anything like that. I'm just gonna talk about hopefully what I know. But the facts are online. I'm just going to talk about my experience. So within the first 5 to 10 minutes, you could look at, people say it kind of feels like you're drunk or took like a couple shots. I would say that's mildly accurate. If you've ever had so I used to get spinal cord injections all the time, and they would put some like drug in you that makes you super loopy. It's kind of like that in the beginning a little bit. And then, I don't know, I didn't fight anything. I just kind of let it consume me. So then you kind of start getting you're like, whoa, like I know that's not a good description, but you're kind of looking around you're like, wait, where, you're trying to conceptualize how, this is what I was I guess this is what happened with me. The room, it felt like I was in, at first it feels like you're the only, because that's how people are, right? They feel like they're the only important thing. So that's what the room felt like, was this, that's where the world was, it felt like. And then as I kind of had this theory that it kind of melds the right and left brain. I had that thought, and he said the brain works at 100%, all of it, while you're doing the ketamine stuff. I was listening to Juice WRLD pretty much the entire time. It was awesome. It was he walked, he's like, how was it? I was like, that was awesome. He's like, you're the first person to ever say that. It was, obviously that's not it. So they turned down the lights. You get a little bit more, I guess, color sensitive and light sensitive. I didn't really notice that at all with the color, because the colors were pretty bland in there. Reading does get a little bit hard. You get pretty fucked up, to the point to where if you were not, if I was at home and I was that fucked up, I'd probably call the police. But since I was there, I was I just let it consume me, because I'm in you're around doctors. They're checking on you every 10 to 15 minutes. But it's awesome. You got, I was chill. I probably look like a freak. I was going to record it, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because when you're in it, it's not super intense, but it's it's not you're not getting a flu shot. So you're like, man, I wish I could record this, but you're just going to see me sitting there like this. Because I was happy as shit. I was like, this is awesome. Because a lot of people say, apparently, the guy said, he's a lot of people feel like if they figure it out, when he walks in, they're like, I can't wait to tell you I figured it out. And then when he comes back, they're like, I forgot it. But to me, he said, a lot of people, if you're trying to hold in a lot of stuff, be prepared, because if you put memories away in a lockbox or something, they're going to be opened up, and you're going to remember all these memories you might not remember. Then that, to me, I'm very open with all my memories and my feelings and stuff like that. Did not happen at all. All of my worry went away, actually. Some people might say, yeah, you kind of, so you don't really feel your body too much eventually, because you kind of get numb everywhere. Everywhere gets kind of numb. You're sitting in this really nice chair, at least at my place. I kind of laid down a little bit at a good, nice angle, and you kind of lose. When he said, some people felt like they talked to a god, or felt like they were in the presence of a god or something. But this is why I think that they felt that way. I didn't get any euphoria. I think they felt this way because there's a separation of self from the body, right? It's not, to me, it wasn't an out-of-body experience. It just felt your consciousness, how there's a separate you from your body. There's a consciousness, the thought in you, that kind of, but I felt like I was just the vision in my thoughts. But I was still sitting in the chair. I knew I was sitting there, and I could have grabbed my water, which I did. You still move, you can do whatever you want. It just, you're just whoa. And he said you had to, he's like, you're going to have to be okay, I want to raise my hand now and move it over here to pick this up. That didn't happen to me. Maybe just because I've done drugs in the past, so I don't have to be I'm going to move my arm now, get water. Woo! It was whenever I'd taste water, so my mouth and face was numb, and then your lips were kind of numb with part of your face. And it would go down, but you would feel it, and it was so cool. I'm not telling you to do ketamine. Do not do it if you don't need it. But don't be. I'm telling you, it's cool and stuff, because that's just my experience. It was awesome. I enjoyed probably every minute of it. I thought it was pretty cool. Stuff was moving for me. I think it might have just been the ceiling. You know how if you look at stuff for too long, I don't know, maybe it'll move or something. Stuff was kind of moving. I didn't try and focus or get freaked out by it. I just let this shit consume me as much as possible. I didn't fight it at all. I was nothing bad is going to happen. Because it's not. You're sitting in a chair. So no matter what happens internally, you're going to be fine. Unless you start freaking out, then you have to let them know. But they're checking on you. Every time I walked in, I felt like I gave him this, like, because my hand was on like this, like on the chair, but I was like, it's tight. And a couple things I noticed, but so what I'm trying to think is like, so time is weird. Time is a little weird. I wasn't timing myself. I wouldn't want to. I wasn't like working. I wasn't checking. I was just listening to music, kind of absorbing it. Sometimes you would forget that there's music playing, which was super weird. Like you could hear, but like you would not, because you'd be so focused on something else. But you wouldn't be also because you didn't really know. It's just, I don't know. I would talk to myself, be like, man, Mark, we're pretty fucked up right now, Mark. Okay, let's look around, see what's going on. All right, let's take this in. But I don't know. You just kind of, what I was doing was using it as like, not like meditation, but like self-reflection to be like, what are we trying to find out here? I was like, what can I learn here? What can pop up? What's popping up that doesn't usually pop up? And I didn't really notice anything. What I did notice was I saw my future. I was thinking about the future. I didn't see the fucking future. I was thinking about it because I'm moving after tomorrow. Well, I'm moving Thursday, fucking May 2nd. So I'm not sure when this is coming out. I do not remember what I was saying at all. I cannot remember a single word of what I was saying before that. That happens to me a lot where I'm just talking because I kind of just like, I don't really think about what I'm saying. It just kind of comes out. So I'm trying to think. I'm going to try and dispel any worries. I mean, you're in good hands. There's nothing to be worried about. You're not going to be so fucked up to where you're not coming back. You're not going to freak out unless you've never. You might freak out if you're old. They said like younger people take it way better. Yeah, I fucking bet because they're like, get us out of this life, man. I want to see whatever. I want to see God. Nothing to worry about. I mean, even old people I've seen interviews from or talking about it, they say they love the experience. They get excited to go back. There's no reason to be worried. If you're skeptical of it working, of course, absolutely. They say 3 to 4 times usually is what it's going to take for people to notice. And if it doesn't work by the 4th time, then probably isn't going to work. Mine worked after the first time. Super excited. Cannot wait to see what the next couple of days are like. Am I just going to keep getting better? I have no idea. But I feel 100% better. Like, I could live like this. Absolutely. And I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm going to have my other one tomorrow. So I wonder if it's going to be any different. They're upping the dosage. I'm wondering about that. So maybe I'll do my second one and talk about that. Because, like, this one guy made a video, and he talked about his first one. I was like, dope. Can I see the second one? Like, you talk about it? He did not. He just stopped. I don't know. So I will talk about all of them. If you guys have any questions, I can definitely answer them in the next one. I'm just trying to go off of what the top of my head. So, like, I was seeing people take timestamps talking about, like, you'll feel this way at 40 minutes, you'll start seeing color. Like, nah, to me, it's just, you kind of lose the track of time. I don't know. To me, it's just like you're more open. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I with the future, like, I kind of just, there's nothing to worry about for me. You know, like, maybe your worries will come up, but I just kind of looked at everything objectively. And I was like, there's nothing really to worry about. You know, like, the future is really bright, is what it was making me think. It was showing, I guess it maybe show your worries. And at that time, I didn't have any. And right now, I don't have any. I have no worries because I'm not worried. There's nothing to worry about. And there's some stress, but it's nothing to worry about. And that's, I guess, the difference. You know, my anxiety and my depression was getting so bad to the point where I couldn't work. And I'm a YouTuber, and this is my full-time job. So I had to stop working for like a week. And I was like, I remembered the ketamine. That's how, I remember I saw a picture of it or somebody talking about it on Facebook. And I'm banned off Facebook. So luckily, I remembered that because I probably wouldn't have found it. And I want to tell as many people as possible about it because, you know, nobody told me about it. Nobody I've talked to knows about it. My friends with depression, anxiety haven't heard of it. And this is gonna change the world. I couldn't imagine going through this for years. I couldn't imagine people. This is just, I'm begging you to try this at least once. It's under doctor's care. Like, you at least look into it. Watch some older people talk about it if you want. If you don't want to watch just some kid talking about ketamine. But it really, I'm shocked, to be honest. It does seem too good to be true. I'm not going to lie to you. It does seem that way. But so does an SSRI, right? Taking a pill it's supposed to fix you, and it didn't for me. None of them, like a lot of them don't work, especially over time and withdrawal stuff. Oh my God. Like when I have to taper off, like my stuff I'm only supposed to be on it for like 12 to 18 months. We kept changing them and they weren't like working at all. So I think like that there needs to be more talk about this. It's expensive, but there needs to be more light on this. Like there's more people need to know, because there's got to be people who are willing to pay. Like my mom has obviously helped me out. Like I could not afford that. That's insane. So thank you, Mom. It means the world to me. She has been so there for me. She's helped me with everything. It means the absolute world. Like she is the reason why I'm getting better. Part of the reason. Obviously, part of the reason is me. Me too. I brought it up, but you know, a lot of it is yourself as well, working through these things. And you know, I just made a video about my depression and anxiety. If you guys want to check that out, I think, you know, this might be good to end it right here. If you're thinking about doing ketamine before trying SSRIs and psychiatry or psychiatrist and a therapeutic session and like going to a therapist, do it. Why not? I mean, I don't know if they'll take you if they do first line of defense, but if it's terrible, you know, it's terrible. If it's ruining your life, then it's ruining your life. Like, what's your life worth? I'm not trying to sell you at all. I'm not getting, and there's no affiliate link. I'm just trying to let people know, like, I couldn't imagine looking at any amount of money and going, that's not worth my health and happiness. I couldn't imagine it. I would do anything. I would do absolutely fucking anything, especially after the feeling, how I'm feeling now compared to yesterday. I made a video about my anxiety and depression before this, and I couldn't, not before, like a couple days ago before I got the ketamine, and I couldn't even talk into the microphone, man. I was getting so anxious and pissed at everything. Like everything was just awful to me, and now I'm just talking so happy and calm. It's unreal. I literally beg you and implore you to please try this. If nothing else has worked, or if the stuff kind of works, there's no reason to be living and having life there's a reason to be living. There's no reason to have life be such a burden, right? Because it's not. Life is amazing. And I get that people come from different walks of life, and it might be easy for you to say, but if you have depression, anxiety, it can make your life terrible no matter what you do. Even if you are a YouTuber, it doesn't pick and choose, right? So my life was terrible. My life was becoming a burden, and that's not good, right? Because life is fucking awesome. If you're listening to this and you disagree that life isn't awesome, maybe you need a little bit of ketamine. Like they used to give this to people who had like acute suicidality or something like that, who wanted to kill themselves. They just give them ketamine, but it only work a couple days. Like you're supposed to get it in your system and then the booster, and then it stays forever. But they were noticing that. Like that's how I think they came up with it, because they saw they're giving it to people who are suicidal and they wouldn't be suicidal, right? So they were just like trying it out. And like the place I go to has been doing it for 3 years, and it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't know about asking your psychiatrist about it. I'm probably not going to tell mine, because my psychiatrist is a huge cunt. Not going to lie. Absolutely hate her. Every doctor I've seen, not good. They're so, it's so weird to talk to these people. I don't know. They're always so against, like, if I tell them I smoke weed, that's the reason. I got to tighten this bitch up. Oh, it's because of that. It's because of that. They're like, oh, you smoke weed? That's why. That's why. I'm like, are you fucking retarded? Oh, okay, cool. You know, I hope this shed a little bit of light onto it. I mean, maybe some people were like, what? And they just learned about it, and now they're excited. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole goal of me doing this. I hope that you can just fucking try it or learn about it. It's life-changing. It's like, what? Like, how? You get kind of mad. Like, I'm not mad, but like, how have people not been telling people? I don't know. I don't know what else. But I think we just need more people. And it needs to get cheaper. It's an insurance problem. You know, eventually it'll be awesome. But I think we need more people like me who are willing to go. Not willing, like I'm so brave. But I mean, my mother, who I said is paying for it. If we can find more people who are willing to speak about it and have more people talk about it, maybe like that's probably what it'll do. But over time, word of mouth and stuff. So I hope this helped. You can comment down below so I can know what to talk about in the next episode after my second ketamine infusion, so I can bring it up and answer any concerns or questions that you guys have. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for listening. If you're listening on all the platforms on Earth aside from SoundCloud, make Pro free. Yeah, link down below if you want to support me and my sweet baby puppy and keep us fed. Thank you so much, guys. Really do love you. I really am grateful for what the platform you guys have provided me. I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you so much.